Hi everyone. Have you ever tried to talk politics with a parent and felt like it was going nowhere? Same here. But one of the biggest lessons I've taken from this interpersonal communications class is that conflict isn't always something to avoid. In fact, if we handle it with care, it can actually bring us closer. Let me tell you about a political disagreement that I had with my dad. We were discussing a national issue and saw it completely differently. Normally, this would have turned into a stressful back and forth with raised voices, defensive comments, and maybe someone even walking away. This time, I decided to try something different. I used the conflict resolution tools we've learned in this class. First, I reminded myself to be mindful, I paid attention to my tone, took a deep breath, and didn't come in ready to win. Then I used perception checking and empathy. I asked him, "What's most important to you about this issue?" That one question changed everything. He shared personal experiences that I hadn't considered, and instead of reacting, I listened. I also practiced assertive communication, where I didn't hide my opinion, but I shared it with respect. I see it differently because of what I've read and what I've experienced, but I appreciate hearing his side. I also applied a version of bracketing strategy, where instead of letting the conversation spiral into every issue we've ever disagreed on, I said, let's just stick to this one topic. That helped a lot. And I tried to follow the 5-to-1 rule by mixing in positivity, like thanking him for always being open to debate, and reminding him that I value our conversations even when they're tough. Now, we didn't magically agree, but the tone was totally different, and we left that conversation feeling more connected, not more divided. I also thought a lot about something sociologist Christopher Stempel said in his 2020 article, where he talks about how real conflict resolution depends on finding common ground, not necessarily agreeing on everything, but locating zones of agreement where mutual respect and dialogue can grow. This experience reminded me that I don't need to avoid hard conversations, I just need to approach them with the right tools. So, to wrap up, conflict is normal, especially when strong opinions are involved. But using strategies like mindfulness, empathy, and assertive communication, we can move from confrontation to connection. And sometimes, even with politics, it's not about changing someone's mind, it's about opening both of yours. Thank you.